Here we are. First game of 3 in a week. First preview of 3 in a week. How are you all doing? We have some good news on the injury front. It's only 2 out with injuries now, and Seri is the only one still on international duty. I want Seri to win it now, I can't lie. It's a shame that AFCON isn't like the World Cup, where it's like the Euros in that it rewards failure for coming third place, and you can win one game and be relatively sure that you're going to go through. And if you win one and draw one, then you're absolutely fine. But yeah, now Seri's got to this stage, I want him to go all the way. It goes without saying that we want players to do well internationally anyway. But obviously, we just had the carrot dangled of Seri coming home early, getting knocked out of the group stages, but then he gets brought into the team in the round of 16 and gets man of the match. So, and then Adama, when they faced off in that quarter-final, missed a penalty. But one of the two is back and one of the other two is... What a story it would be for Mika to win that AFCON, for Ivory Coast to win that AFCON, having looked down and out of it on home soil. You know, when they scraped through the group stages in third place, preemptively sacked the manager because they just expected to be getting knocked out. And they're in the semi-finals now. And, you know, I wish Mika the best of luck, and I hope. When is the AFCON final? I say that they got into the final, didn't they? At the semi-finals, in the final now. So it's Côte d'Ivoire versus Nigeria. Ivory Coast hoping for a home win in where's the stadium? It used to be called the National Stadium of the Ivory Coast, didn't it? I'm not sure what it's called now. I'm gonna look. All I know for sure is it's not in the capital Yamoussoukro. The Alassane Ouattara Stadium. That's it, in Ebimpe. Ebimpe. Whereabouts is that compared to the capital, actually? Oh, it's a 3-hour drive away. So I just thought it would be logical to have the final in Yamoussoukro, but no. Interesting. Very interesting. I could not imagine England hosting a football tournament and it not being at Wembley, but yeah. Come on, Mika. Bring an AFCON medal back to Hull with you, mate. Ollie quoting the club there, 50 years on, the city doesn't forget. Us, Hull FC and Hull KR will all commemorate 50 years of the MT Gall tragedy. Us at our game on Saturday, tomorrow, and the two rugby teams at their season opener against each other at the MKM next Thursday, the 16th, 15th? 15th, I think. I am ridiculously out of focus there. That hasn't fixed it. It's better than it was. Jeff, how we doing? Jacob, how we doing? Pal, how we doing? 3-0. City, love that. Goff or Gurn Davey, hi. Josh, good evening. Owen, good evening. Benny, now then, mate, how we doing? I think we'll bring it 4K to Huddersfield as a remarkable effort. AFCON winner and playoff winner. What a season that would be for Mika. Come on. I want Ivory Coast to win for Sebastian Haller. He's had a great story. But, come on, Mika. Leo, how we doing? Gallagher, how we doing? 16th thought it was, Owen. Come on, Seri, win AFCON. Up the Tigers. Who's we starting up top for us tomorrow? That's a very interesting debate, and we'll get into it soon. Evening, Joe. Appreciate your words on Putin. That's not a sentence I thought I'd ever have said to me, to be honest, Ashley. Hope you're okay. For those who haven't seen, Vladimir Putin, president of Russia, has done his first interview with a Western journalist since the war in Ukraine began. And he's chosen Tucker Carlson for obvious reasons, because he is so far up his backside. It's unbelievable. He's so far up his backside that you probably can only see Tucker Carlson's feet hanging out the back of him, to be honest. I'm in the army, me lad, so my opinion better be kept quiet. Well, I've only said that Tucker Carlson's up, up his ass, which is a British turn of phrase for admiring somebody. But yeah, it's, put it this way, it's obvious why the Kremlin have given Carlson the interview. And I've watched 16 minutes of it and seen a few more clips. And Vladimir Putin, in one of those clips, Vladimir Putin offered a path to peace after talking. He said that the war would be over in weeks if the US stops giving Ukraine weapons of war. Somewhat, this guy, CEO of #Titter, says his Twitter bio. His Twitter bio also says #free speech, #Dogecoin. So he's obviously not the sharpest tool in the box. It's not hard to comprehend that it's obvious it's going to be over if Western support ceases, because Russia will be able to just steamroll through, because Ukraine will run out of stuff to defend themselves with. It's not difficult stuff to understand. And then I also said something about the history of Poland and Russia's territorial claims to certain areas, which I watched and listened to, which was a way in which I've never heard the events of World War II be described before. And I'm not educated enough on history to know what Vladimir Putin was saying. The accuracy on what he was saying, or whether it was for events before World War II, or whether it was just seeing the world through his own lens, which is, in other words, propaganda, which, well, I think Tucker Carlson's interview with Vladimir Putin will be used back in America by Republicans as a means of saying, look, this is the truth from Vladimir Putin. This is what we've never heard before. This is why we should stop giving armaments to Ukraine. Whereas chances are that's probably not the case. People who are just clicking on the stream now are going to be so confused as to why I'm rambling about Vladimir Putin. And in case you haven't realised, yes, I am treading on eggshells with the way I word this, and when I'm in focus, poring over every word with meticulous detail, just because, in British circles anyway, Russian influence is perceived in a certain way. Anyway, careful. BBC won't let you on anymore if you're opinionated. I've been opinionated for a long time and they'll never change that. So, hey. Anyway, should we get into some good news? We've got 3 back from injury. Connolly back quicker than expected. Christie back and Traore back from AFCON as well. Liam Delap does not need surgery on his knee injury. Yes! So, he could return to the end of the season, but Rosinha is not putting a timescale on it and just letting Liam Delap recover in his own time, which is fine. But there's hope that we see Liam Delap in a Hull City shirt again. And the only 2 other absentees are Seri and Furlong. The news about Liam Delap is just superb. It is such remarkable news. Yeah. Yeah, I'm happy with that. We still might not even see Liam Delap in a City shirt again, but there's hope. There's hope now. Yeah, all good. Come on, Liam. See it through. Recover from that knee injury nice and quickly, but don't kill yourself when doing it and harm your future career prospects. Where's that gone? There we go. Because I just haven't clicked on all my tabs for a while. They've gone a bit dormant, so I just need to wake them all up. There's that. That's there. Yep. All cool. So, ref watch then. I was going to say the Jeffery then. Oh my God. The Jeffery. Oh. Right. You lot, yeah. Ignore it. Jeffery. Jeffery. Oh my God. That's one of the worst moments of my life. Look, you've got to forgive me, right? I've been tired. I've been permanently tired for the last 2 weeks. I didn't leave college until 6 o'clock last night. Referees Jeff Eltringham, the 2 liners are Mark Dwyer and Gregory, the 4th official Bobby Madley. Jeffery. Oh my God. Oh, that's awful. That's awful. Jeffery. Oh. Anyway, think I've asked you this before, but how many seasons will Philogene realistically be a target? Maximum 2. He'll be 23 this time next year. And when he's 23, will he want to be a Hull City player if we're still in the Championship any longer? Probably not. I can't make Rotherham, no, unfortunately. Ollie, 1, I can't make Rotherham. 2, not my missus. 3, yes, Jacob, it has been a very, very long day. Very long day. No, Ashley, I don't smell toast. We're all fine. Joe, when do you think Panda will get his debut? Relatively soon, I hope. just because, I wanna see what he's about. I don't think it'll be this game because Allsop's coming off the back of 2 consecutive clean sheets. And with Allsop still keeping clean sheets, Panda has time to settle in a bit. So, yeah. Cool. Leo, I've just seen that comment. Yes, she is going to watch a game of football tomorrow like she normally would. What's the problem? We're going to move away. We're going to move away from it. Ollie, you've started a storm and I'm not entertaining it. Right. Let's try and not call him let's try and not say something stupid about any of this stuff. About stats, like I said, Jeffery, because oh my life. A lot of possession against me. It was hard to break Millwall down, but we got a chance to really hit the bar. Philogene controlled it and finished the rebound off. It was just an awkward game for creating chances, really. And I saw a comment just as I clicked onto this that we could do with a few goals to build up some goal difference. Goal difference at the minute is sitting at +5, which is the. I'm just trying to have a look now. Oh my! Preston's is -11 and they're 10th. What? So Preston are in the top half. Preston -11, Middlesbrough +1, Norwich +3, us +5. We've got the 4th worst goal difference in the top half. Teams around us, Coventry have 12, a point below us. Sunderland have 8, a point below us. Norwich have 3, a point below us. West Brom have 14, 3 points ahead of us. Ipswich in 4th have 15, but they are, 14 points ahead of us. So we're going to be 5th or 6th, aren't we? If we're in the playoffs come season's end, we're going to be 5th or 6th. Just build a run, put a run together, boys. Put a run together. But that's not the table section yet. Ollie, yeah. You're a word I'm not saying on camera. That's all I'm gonna say. We'll keep this tame tonight. How did Philogene play against Millwall? Jaden Philogene is Jaden Philogene. That's all you need to know. Okay, let's get into this debate, shall we? The options are Tufan, Connolly, Ohio, Sharp, and Sellers Fleming. I think we can say for sure it's not going to be Sellers Fleming. It's probably not going to be Billy Sharp either. I think Ohio won't start, and that leaves 2, and they are our 2 top scorers. Do you change a winning team and take out Tufan's pressing, which was excellent? Or do you risk it and bring Connolly in fresh off an injury? We'll see what I think. But we've got options to start players up front now. What is this witchcraft? We've got so many options now. It feels so good. I was saying to Will earlier that if Connolly comes in, he's the only up top one that would. It would be Slater dropped. Interesting one there. Very interesting one. I hadn't thought about that. So we're at head-to-head next. In Swansea's last game, their team was Brighton loanee Carl Rushworth in goal. Back 4 was 2 centre-halves of Ben Cabango and Nathan Wood. Josh Tyman was at left-back, former Tiger. Kyle Norton was at right-back. Two holding midfielders were Jay Fulton and the skipper Matt Grimes. The wingers were Ollie Cooper, and get ready for this, Ronald. Love that. And then Jamie Patterson behind Jerry Yates. Ronald. Love it. I absolutely love it. Ronald. But they brought in Zemislav Placheta, didn't they? I think that's how you say his first name. In January, Luke Williams said he's in line for a full debut, as is someone else, and I've forgotten who he said it was. I've just realised I've not been showing you any of this either, I don't think. Have I? Oh, bollocks to it. There it is again. Carl Rushworth there. There's Ronald, in case you didn't see it, because my brain's frazzled. Who did he say? Charles Sago Jr., that's it. Charles Sago Jr. could be in line for full debuts. Jamal Lowe's in. Leo, I'm looking. Jamal Lowe is making good progress, but again, not out on the grass. Harrison Ashby is still not right. We're all on track in terms of what we expected for Josh Key, but he's not back training at the minute. Harry Darling was on the grass today. That was Friday. That's today. But he won't be playing. Azim Abdullah's in the gym. So, yeah, Jamal Lowe is injured. Leo, Jamal Lowe is injured. Did Liam Walsh ever play for us? Yes, twice, I think. I'm checking. Come on. I've got him saved for shared shirts for Bristol City that I used last summer. 3 times. 3 times Liam Walsh played for us. Brilliant. Owen's prediction is 1-0 Philogene again with a Giles assist. Okay. Right, current form then. So, we'll start with Swansea. 1, 2, we won't count that because it's against a Premier League team. 1, 2, 3, 4, we won't count that because it's against Morecambe. 5, beat West Brom, drew with Birmingham, lost to Southampton, lost to Leicester and lost to Plymouth. Us, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, count both of them because they're against Championship opposition. Drew with Birmingham, lost to Norwich, lost to Birmingham in the replay in the FA Cup. Beat Sunderland and then beat Millwall. We're trying to get for the first time under Liam Rosenior 3 wins in a row, which is crazy to say. Will, I've seen that comment, and Jeff, I saw one from you earlier as well about the blue card stuff. We'll just have a look at the league table first. This is what we were on about with goal difference here. I'll leave that on just for you to take a look at what I was talking about earlier without any visuals. Ipswich have gone in a bit of a slump. A series of draws have allowed Leeds and Southampton to leapfrog them. 11 points between Leicester and Southampton. Now, moving down, Swansea 17th. So realistically, out of Millwall, Swansea, Rotherham and Huddersfield, out of 4 games there, we should be what we should be hoping for 12 points. Huddersfield, who've won once in 5. Rotherham, who haven't won in 5 or probably more. Millwall, who before we played them were winless in 3. And Swansea, before we played them, are winless in 4. So, how many are Rotherham winless in, by the way? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it only... Surprised by that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, winless in 6 in all competitions. Winless in 5 in the league. 1 win in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 1 win in 18 games in all competitions. For Rotherham. Oh my word. Anyway, Ollie, for these comments, mate, I'm giving you a blue card. What a joke. I know, right? Even though the punishment for cynical and tactical fouls and dissent, it's already a yellow card. I know. Let's just make it more complicated by giving the referees something else to think about, when clearly in this country especially, they have proved absolutely incapable of thinking about anything in recent weeks, months, and years. With the benefit of VAR, the referees have got worse. So I know, let's add something else to over officiate the game and make it even more complicated and probably make the officials even worse, right? What's the point? What's the point? If you commit a cynical foul, let's say, right? Let's look at, who was it? Was it Burke who got sent off for us in League One? Reece Burke, red card, Hull City. Was it against Lincoln? Or was it? No, it was Blackpool. Right. Richie Smallwood played a suicidal pass back towards Reece Burke, which was intercepted by Ben Woodburn, and Reece Burke, to try and prevent a goal and protect whichever one of George Long or Matt Ingram was in goal at that time, committed a foul, no attempt for the ball, just wanted to take the man, fine. Last man, if he got a straight red for it. If that's like, because my memory of that incident is that being quite close to the penalty area, right? If that's further up the pitch, Reece Burke may only have got a yellow for it because it wasn't necessarily a clear and obvious goal-scoring opportunity. If Reece Burke was already on a yellow card when he made this theoretical tackle further up the pitch, his punishment shouldn't be 10 minutes sat on his arse. His punishment should be a second yellow card and therefore a red. So it's utterly pointless. It's utterly pointless. There's no point in having... Where are we? There's no point when referees are proving incapable of using just 2 that it should be made even more complicated with 3. And yes, I know that's pink. I don't have any red post-it notes for what I was trying to show there. But yeah. Oh, ref, that's never a blue card. Put it away, you cretin. Sky Sports said yellow and blue equal a red. Okay, fair enough. All I'm going to say is, right, let me get some of my Matchday vlog graphics up for you. I am going to share this screen with you. This is, well, put it this way. It was complicated enough managing a game with this many yellows in it, and I've got 8 graphics. Throw sin bins in there, and I'm going to have to vlog when there's a player put in the sin bin every time, and when a player is not put in the sin bin every time. That is going to be, right, it might be yellow, yellow, blue, return from blue, yellow, there might be a red. But then, if, like Ollie's said in there, if a yellow and a blue equal a red, am I going to need to make 2 lots of this on a Photoshop template and just change the red second to a blue second and do a colour overlay on that red card so it's blue? It's just more work for me. I don't want to do more work. Would the manager get a blue and be sent into the stand? What's the point for 10 minutes? He might as well just sit in the changing room and go to the toilet or something like that. If a manager gets a blue card, right? What, Liam Rosenior's going to go upstairs, sit with Adrian for 10 minutes? Well, no, by the time he's got up there, about 5, come back down, and then the 4th official is going to stand there like this with his arm out like a barrier to stop him, like, getting back in the technical area until his 10 minutes is up. What? If the rule is implemented, it won't last very long. It shouldn't be implemented at all, my view. Anyway, around the grounds on Championship Matchday 31, we have kicking off in 10 minutes, Sheff Wednesday versus Birmingham. Then 12:30 tomorrow, Ipswich versus West Brom. Why is that a 12:30 kickoff? That's just disgraceful. Could they not have picked Leeds Rotherham for a 12:30 kickoff that is sort of, you know, close? No? Like that, as an 8 o'clock kickoff on a Friday night, it's not too far. It's about 2 hours. And that's sort of where I draw the line. Blackburn versus Stoke again would probably be all right. But all of these, it's like, oh, it doesn't make sense. Especially when you look at what's the bloody 12 o'clock game on Sunday, Coventry beat Millwall, which is sort of Midlands to southeast London. Anyway, Blackburn versus Stoke, Cardiff versus Preston, us versus Swansea, Leeds versus Rotherham, Borough versus Bristol City, QPR Norwich, Southampton Huddersfield, Sunderland Plymouth, Watford Leicester, and then the 12 o'clock one is Coventry versus Millwall on Sunday. EFL/Sky never fail to surprise me. Let's just say that. Memorable match. I've gone for what was like 3,000 in attendance because of a protest, and what was Marco Silva's first game as Hull City manager in the FA Cup against Swansea in January 2017. Took us a while to get going, but Abel Hernandez gave us the lead 78 minutes in. And then in stoppage time, Josh Tymon scored what I believe was his first and only Hull City goal to seal it against what would be his future employers. Not that he'd know it at the time, of course. Our team that day was Eldin Jakupovic in goal. Back four was, Jesus Christ, David Myler at right back, Jake Livermore, Michael Dawson, 2 centre-backs, Andy Robertson a left-back. 2 wide players would have been Snodgrass on the right, Klukas on the left. Huddleston, Henriksen and Mason would have been the midfield 3. with, Adama Diamande up top. The bench was David Marshall, the goalkeeper, Abel Hernandez, Sean Maloney, James Weir, Josh Timon, Jared Bowen, and Josh Claxton. Stephen Kingsley, he will be playing for us the following season. Again, not that he'd have known that at the time either. And we will touch. Josh Timon plays for Swansea now, mate. And we'll touch on Stephen Kingsley again in just a few moments. Last time out, it was a 2-2 draw where he came back from 2 very sloppy goals conceded to draw 2-2 through Philogene and Morton. Our team that day was also up in goal. Back 4, Louis Coyle, Alfie Jones, Sean McLaughlin, Jacob Greaves. Midfield 3 was Seri, Morton and Tufan. Philogene and Twine were the wide men and Delap up top. The bench was Ingram, the goalkeeper, Doherty, Syed Manesh, Harry Vaughan, Jason Lakilo, James Furlong, Andy Smith, Cyrus Christie, and Aaron Connolly as well. Then the record. The last 5, it's as even as you can get. A win either side, and the rest were draws. So last 5, it was a 0-0 draw at their place in September 2021. We beat them in January 2022 in Shota Avaladze's first game as Hull City manager. Then in Shota Avaladze's last game as Hull City manager, Swansea beat us 3-0 at theswansea.com. Then last season at home, it was a 1-1 draw, last home game of the season. And then early this season, as we just touched on, it was a 2-2 draw. I mentioned Stephen Kingsley there. He is who we've got for shared shirts for today because quite limited, really, in terms of players I haven't used before but are also like quite niche. I felt like using Dan James was a bit cheating because he never technically played for us. But I've got a picture, so if I need to stoop that low and scrape that much of a bottom of the barrel, I will do it. So Stephen Kingsley then, initially with Falkirk, signed for Swansea from the Scottish outfit in 2014, was with them through to 2017 when he signed for us. 29 appearances, no goals. He was quite highly rated at Swansea, so I was quite excited when he signed for us. I was wrong to be. He was injury prone and hardly ever played, it felt like. 46 appearances. I don't even know. We got 46 appearances out of him, to be honest, before his contract expired. He didn't stay on until, he didn't stay on after lockdown when his contract expired. 46 appearances and no goals. Then went on to play for Hearts and is doing very well back up in his native Scotland. My mate hasn't got over Yates doing the griddy. Yeah, oh my God, yeah. If he does the griddy, he's just a cringe bloke. Look at the league tape. Timon has played for Stoke as well. He played for Stoke up until the summer when he signed for Swansea. Thomason to Eustace, upgrade, downgrade on neither. Last season, I would have said neither. This season, I am firmly saying upgrade. But we'll see what Eustace is like because it's not his squad in the same way that the Birmingham squad last year wasn't really his squad. So we'll see. We'll see on that one. Anyway, my predicted team. Also up in goal. Coyle, Jones, Greaves and Giles, back 4. Morton, Slater, Carvalho, midfield 3. Philogene, Zarui, the wingers. Tufan, the striker, so unchanged. First 11. The bench, Panda, the goalkeeper. McLaughlin, Doherty, Ohio, Traore, Sharp, Christie, Connolly, and Irma as well. Harsh to omit Matty Jacob, harsh to omit Stan Ashby, harsh to omit Tyrell Sellers-Fleming, but it's got to be done. We've got a thick squad now. So that's the way it is. Get your score predictions in. And I've just seen a comment. Where does Eric Lehigh play nowadays? Last I saw of him when he left us, he signed for Fatih Karagümrük in Turkey, which is the team Shota Avaladze now manages, as far as I'm aware. He retired at Fatih Karagümrük in 2021, and he is now the head coach of FC Cincinnati's under-19s team. Bet none of you saw that coming. 3-0 City, 3-1, 3-1. We had some further up as well. Let's remind us of ourselves. Ollie said 4-1, 3 assists for Philogene. We had a few further up as well, didn't we? 3-0 up the Tigers there. A lot of 3-0s getting chucked about. 3-0 Philogene hat-trick. I'm going to go 2-0 on this one, although I would very much like a 3. Goals from Philogene and Zaruri. We'll finish off with Jeff. He says 2-1. Thank you for watching, everyone. I'll see you for the Matchday vlog tomorrow. Take care. Contend with traffic because the A63 is shut again. So be careful. Get yourself to the game in plenty of time and don't miss a goal due to traffic again. All right. See you later on. Take care. Goodbye.